What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. Do you guys remember how Nikki Bella, or Nikki Garcia's husband Artem, was recently arrested for felony DV? Well, our girl is one tough cookie because according to TMZ, the day after his arrest and his alleged attack on her, Nikki started consulting with divorce lawyers in order to free herself from this toxic marriage. Like, I am so happy that this was her immediate reaction. You know, like there's no, oh, like, let me wait, maybe he'll change, this, that, and the other. Like, she knew that she wanted to get out and she took the steps that she needed to get away from this. And so it seems like a divorce filing announcement is pretty much imminent at this point, and I support her in that 1000%. Again, the two of them, they were in Napa Valley. It seems like they were on some kind of like getaway, perhaps for work, perhaps romantic. She was posting about like being at the spa, getting facials and everything, like shortly before things went to this level. And it was reported that Artem was the one who actually called 911. And so he called 911 claiming that Nikki had thrown a shoe at him. And then he canceled the call. And in my opinion, if you watch another video that I did on this, I said, okay, it sounds like he knew he did some damage to Nikki, right? And then he wanted to cover his own tail by playing the victim in this case and calling 911. Then he realized, wait a minute, look at this girl. She's all marked up. There's no way, and I've got nothing on me. There's no way that this is going to work. And then he called back and canceled that call. All we know for sure is that he's the one who called and then he's the one who canceled the call, okay? But it's just me speculating on the motive behind doing something so bizarre and behind the fact that he's the one that wound up with a mugshot and not Nikki, because it is very much possible if they think or suspect that mutual combat was at play, that Nikki could have been arrested as well. But that is not the case. Artem is the only one with the mugshot, you guys, right? According to sources, when the police arrived on the scene, Nikki looked worse for wear, and that is why he was the one arrested, despite being the one who called. So also worth noting is that she took that ring off. Nikki is no longer wearing her engagement ring, her wedding ring, nothing to do with this man ever since the news broke. So I don't even know how she did it. Like, kudos to her. She is so strong. But just days after the news broke, she had a hosting gig that she was already contracted for, like, you know, a long time ago. And she still turned up, you know, and she did the thing that she had to do despite going through all of this stuff behind the scenes, right? And ever since that, like, she's been spotted without her ring. And so I'm really, really happy to see that there's no flip-flopping or anything like that. Ring on, ring off, none of that stuff. So good for her. I'm really, really proud of her. Like I said in my other videos about this case, I've always loved and adored Nikki Bella. I think she seems like such a lovely person, such a dedicated person, such a loving person. And I am just absolutely, you know, heartbroken to see that this is where her relationship wound up. I remember first seeing her on that show, Total Bellas, on the Total Divas, before they got their Total Bella spinoff on the E! Network. She was with John Cena at the time, and she was just trying so hard in that relationship, and he was just so cold towards her. And so I really, really thought that when she wound up with this Artem guy, that, like, you know, she found someone who was just as interested as she was in marriage and children, and that, like, they would be smooth sailing from there and everything like that. But unfortunately, that does not seem to have been the case. Now, old audios of Nikki on podcasts and stuff have surfaced with her talking about how she and Artem got into couples therapy relatively early into their relationship, because he has a way of speaking to people that is very aggressive, that, like, you know, really, you know, kind of is triggering towards her. And that doesn't surprise me, especially considering the woman that she was talking to on the podcast was a former dance partner of Artem's. And she said the same thing. She said, the way this man talks to women, and this was before this scandal broke, before anyone knew that he was out here doing these sorts of things, allegedly. The lady said the same thing. That she said, you know, Nikki, like, I used to wonder if this guy hated me or something like that, or if he thought I was incompetent or whatever, because he would just speak to me in a way that was just so damn aggressive. Very, very sad stuff. Listen, Artem and Nikki have only been married for 2 years. They got married in 2022, y'all, although they did have their son, Mateo, back in 2020. So they have been together at least 5 years now. Their marriage is relatively short. So in terms of assets and everything like that. Like, I don't think it's going to be like a huge cash grab either way. I think it's safe to say that, like, if someone's going to have to pay out the other, it's going to be rather minimal because it's only 2 years at the end of the day. Anyway, let me know how you guys feel about all of this. Don't forget, I am keeping a close eye on this as a day one Nikki fan. And I will keep you guys updated every step of the way. So make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, you guys, that's all for now. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.